Hey Comic Book Nation, welcome to the studio here at San Diego Comic-Con. It's Speedy, and I'm joined by the cast of Fear the Walking Dead. You guys just basically just walked off the stage in Hall H, where you introduced your trailer for the rest of Season 5, which was really fun. And we kind of got a look at, I think, who might be the villain going forward. We met him earlier this season, and I want to start there. Before I talk about your characters individually, what can you tell us about kind of the baddie that's coming up in the back half of Season 5?
Take what you need, leave what you don't. He really does that. He really takes what he needs and leaves what he... You remember the box?
Yeah.
Used to say, take what you need, leave what you don't. He does that. And,
he just kind of takes whatever he wants.
Yeah, basically. We have to deal with that.
But that's not the only villain that you're going to find.
Yeah.
There's more villains coming.
Yeah.
What kind of threats can we...
I hate to say that.
What kind of threats are we going to face that you can say? I know it's all very... I don't want to spoil anything.
Yeah. I know we can't really say much,
well,
but it is going to be very, very cool, and I think fans will really like it.
Yeah, you'll find variations on a theme of viewpoints of survival.
Different.
Interesting.
The thing is that you're going to continue to have this scenarios all throughout, because I mean there's a certain amount of goods that are desired by many, and there will always be the effort to get them from you, and you defending yourself against those efforts. That's never going to disappear, not in this condition of the apocalypse.
Right. Now, Ruben, let me ask you. You were not in Season 4, and you come back in Season 5. We have a lot of new faces from when you were there last. What was it like to go back to set and kind of reunite, but also meet people for the first time?
Well, it was great. I mean, they're wonderful actors, all of them, and I was very happy. And the feel is there. You know, it takes a little while to feel like you're back in the groove. You know, but they make it easy because they're prepared, they're on time, they're good people, so there's no tension. That's the most important thing. If you get to the set and there's no tension, and everybody understands you're working for the scene, and not for yourself, and they all do. It's great. And I had seen them before. I think that episode for instance, an episode that Jenna did with Garrett, I thought that was just wonderful. I thought it was really exceptional. It was well written, well acted, well directed, everything about it.
It could have been a movie. It could have been its own thing.
Absolutely.
It was such a great episode.
And it felt like that.
Yeah.
I mean, so I'm very happy. I mean, I'm just happy that Salazar is not dead. And I think that, not because they haven't tried to kill him. You know?
Yeah, I could watch you all day long.
But, you know, thank God he's still around, and now he has a cat. And
yeah, the cat. Has everybody met the cat?
I wanted to meet the cat. I went to set once and just to try something, and we were having lunch, and I left the entire lunch about what just happened with the cat. And I'm like, can I meet the cat? No, the cat is resting now. I'm like, what? Yeah, he needs to take a break.
Yeah, I think out of the four of us, Ruben and I have definitely worked with the cat the most. It was during episode 4, I think, what I was talking about. When Ruben and I's characters, we meet up with Skidmark, which was a really, really great episode, and I love working with Ruben. But especially, we loved working with the cat. The cat truly is the star of the show at this point. Like, we did a meet and greet, and literally everyone that comes up to us is like, and by the way, I love Skidmark. Like, everybody loves that cat.
Yeah. That's amazing. Does it like behave on set? Because can you train a cat?
Yes, you can. I mean, but a cat is a cat. And there's like a stunt cat. And
there's 3 cats that they switch.
So there's a glamour cat.
There's a cat.
And then there's a stunt cat.
There's an action cat.
The glamour cat stops and then goes back and smokes a cigarette, and then the other cat comes in and does the thing, and then he comes back and then he tells, does the thing. And then there's another cat that is just the chill cat. He's like
the standing cat.
He's a standing cat.
There's actually a stuffed cat they will put in a cage when we're rehearsing.
What?
And then there's the stuffed background
after.
The
stuffed background cat.
Which the kids are always going to.
The
kids are always going. The kids, we have all these kids. So they're always behind the cat, like, is that the real cat?
Everyone's crawling on the floor to see if it's the real cat.
Basically, Skidmark right now is doing conventions.
He's doing cat conventions in like Italy or something.
Alex, we were just talking before we started about your scene with Coleman Domingo, who plays Strand. Strand and Charlie were in a hot air balloon where you kind of were like actually in a rig. And it was like a scene that was kind of, I thought it was kind of funny at first, and then became very serious.
Yeah.
So how did you guys shoot that?
So, we shot it outside. We were on kind of a background green screen, and we were just a little bit up in the air, and when you see us crash, we were on a rig that would kind of like just come down and it would shake us
Did
around.
they put the stunt cats in?
The cat wasn't in that scene.
No, I'm just
but
kidding.
I'm sure they would have. The stunt cat would have gone into that. But that was a really, really cool, fun scene to film, especially with Coleman. He just has the best energy, and I look up to him a lot. So I said this before. I feel like if you're gonna get stuck like in a hot air balloon with someone like all day, like Coleman is like the best. We were just cracking jokes and like playing music and just having the best time. But I also love that we really got to develop our characters' bond while doing that, and I really feel like Strand and Charlie like grew closer together doing something so amazing like that. And I also really loved seeing Charlie come up with this idea to potentially save the group, and seeing her just be proud of herself and feeling like she's doing something to save the group and help them who, you know, save the group who took her in.
And she's kind of finally fully integrated,
Totally.
I think. Feels a little more comfortable.
She's definitely becoming her own person and knowing what her strengths are and how she can contribute to the group, which is great to see her grow.
And Miss Garcia, Luciana has been kind of down and out a lot this season. She got injured really badly. Yeah. So I want to hear about what it was like, how you guys shot that, but also I want to know when she bounces back. She's one of the toughest women on the show. What can we expect?
Well, that's what I kind of, it was a wish that a beautiful question someone asked at the press conference. It's like, what do you think of Luciana after, you know, she comes back? And, you know, this is a woman that it's not okay sitting down. Like, it's, you know, sit down, oh, I need to go out. But she's being forced to stay in. And when somebody stays in and it's against her will because she's recovering, right away what you start doing is work mentally. Like, how can I make this better? Mm-hmm. And I feel like when she's healed, it's going to be a different human because she's now strong mentally and physically. And I'm really curious to see what is going to come out of that, the results of that.
Oh, that's going to be fun.
It's good.
And now my last thing for you, Jenna, down the end there. June was really closed off when we met her. Mm-hmm. And then John came along. She finally got faith, I guess, renewed maybe by that relationship that's formed. And I think of everybody, she might be the best with people because she got Al to open up about something Al really seemed like she wasn't going to talk about. Why do you think June is so good with people, and how important is a skill like that in this scenario?
Well, I mean, she was a trauma nurse before the apocalypse. Mm-hmm. And so I don't think you're a trauma nurse and not a people person.
Fair.
You know, you're dealing with people right in their life or death moment when you're a trauma nurse. So you have to know how to tend to them. Tend to their body, their psyche, the whole thing. So I think that's just something she has, and then she got broken, you know, when she had the loss of her daughter and all that. But, you know, I think also she and Al last season had that episode where their trust was tested when she sent, it was that episode 412 called Weak that Coleman directed. And, you know, she wanted her SWAT van. She told me there was antibiotics there, but there wasn't. She just wanted her SWAT van back. And we both could have died. And that's very similar to what happened to my daughter and how I lost my daughter. So it was a really sensitive situation. So we've had a tough time. You know, we've gone through a tumultuous moment, which either will completely drive people apart or bring them closer together. And it bonded Al and June. So they have that bit of history. And then I think June just has those skills because of being a trauma nurse.
Awesome. Well, I can't wait to see what's coming on. We have the season finale this Sunday night, the mid-season finale this Sunday night, then a 3-week break, and we come back for the rest of season 5. Trailer great, and congratulations on the season 6 renewal. That's really exciting. And thank you so much for coming by to talk with us during Comic-Con.
Thanks for having us.
All right, everybody. See you soon.